That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
Lord, I cracked you out.
I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff. I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, I want to get into real estate with you. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Katt Williams just dropped another bomb. Looks like he ain't done exposing all the crazy stuff that's been going down in the industry. Word is Katt has info on what the real connection between Diddy and Nippy is. I don't know how the Diddy trials will go down, but what I do know is we were going to get answers to a lot of the theories floating around, including what happened to Nippy. Now the question is, what kind of trap was Diddy really running that Nippy got dragged in, and how does Katt fit into the entire narrative? If you've been keeping up, you probably heard Lauren London's name pop up in Diddy's federal case. People are asking how she tied into all this, and why is she caught in the crossfire. But hey, race the thing, Lauren actually knew about Diddy's shady past for years. Yep, she knew what Diddy was up to and how he was treating Cassie. There have also been several unconfirmed theories that Lauren was one of Diddy's girl, just like Young Miami. So after all, this isn't it crazy that she still went ahead and introduced Nippy to Diddy.
Hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, this is Steve. Lauren is the one that introduced Nip. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in LA. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
And it wasn't just Jaguar talking. In fact, even Nipsey himself confirmed it. Remember when he said, Lauren's the one who introduced me to Puff on the Breakfast Club.
Saying Lauren introduced me to Puff. I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
In the streets, and several of Nippy's fans believe that Lauren wasn't just a ride or die girlfriend in the background and played a much deeper role. Could it be that she was put there to keep Nippy in check? Some say she was Diddy's eyes and ears, controlling Nip's moves, making sure he didn't go off the rails. But it doesn't stop there. This connection between Nippy and Diddy turned into something real deep. In an interview, Diddy straight up said Nippy wanted to learn from me how I did my business, how I made my moves. Y'all take note of that line, because we got to talk about how shady that sounds real quick. So you know what?
Saying like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, I want to get into real estate with you. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Now, fast forward to Nippy's tragic death, and people are circling back to those ties, questioning if Diddy's influence did more harm than good in Nip, and it gets way messier, because now we got Katt Williams out here, and he's not holding back. He claims artists like Nippy that worked with Diddy always had a bigger price to pay. I mean, let's look at all the artists that work with Diddy, and where they're Cassie, Meek Mill, YKO, Cyrus, French Montana, Craig Mack, Donny Kane, yep, all have their own horrific stories to tell. Folks are saying this whole Diddy mentorship thing is shady as hell. And with clips of Nippy and Diddy together resurfacing, all the whispers about Diddy possibly having more than just a business interest in Nipsey are starting to sound real loud.
Lauren! Cassandra! What are you doing? What's the blue dot?
Y'all remember when Katt said he turned down $50 million 4 times just to keep his dignity? That makes you wonder what kind of crazy stuff was really going on. And yes, he claimed Diddy tried to pull him into it, but Katt shut it down real quick. In this footage, Diddy is seen licking his lips and zooming in on Nippy. As if he were admiring him, Nippy appears to be unaware of all this going on, just innocently vibing to the studio beats.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Even Terrence Howard stated a similar thing when he initially desired a professional relationship, but that changed quickly and Terrence fled before things got out of hand.
Actually, you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and play the music. I'm sitting, just looking, like waiting. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you notice to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you punch them in the mouth, threaten to knock their head off, talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction. It's a difference when a guy walks in the room and when a man walks in. And the man don't take the same things that a guy would say. So always be the man.